नमस्कार, मी गौरी मेहेंदळे. कलायडोस्कोपमध्ये तुमच्या सर्वांचं खूप खूप स्वागत आहे. आपली आजची पॉडकास्ट थोडी वेगळी असणार आहे कारण ती मोस्टली हिंदी इंग्लिशमध्ये असणार आहे. सो हिअर वी गो अगेन. A warm welcome to all our viewers. Today we are going to meet a remarkable woman whose journey is anything but ordinary. She is a dedicated dentist by profession and a passionate runner with 10 marathons, multiple triathlons, 2 half Ironmans, and the ultimate feat of achieving 7 marathons across 7 continents in 7 days. Yes, she is the only woman of Indian origin to have completed the World Marathon Challenge. So, what drives her? How does she balance it all? Is it one footstep, one smile at a time? Let's dive into her world of grit, goals, and miles of inspiration. She's a runner, but I am going to request her to walk us through her journey. By the end of our conversation, I'm pretty sure all of us will feel motivated to get moving on our own fitness goals. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Smita Warrior. Namaskar, Dr. Smita.
Namaskar.
Yeah. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Good, good. Thank you so much for joining us today in Kaleidoscope.
Of course. Thank you for having me. I'm excited for this opportunity.
So how was your day?
It's good. It's the end of the week, so looking forward to the weekend. It was a busy week at work and juggling many things, so I'm ready for the weekend.
Oh, great. So tell us about yourself, your background. Where are you from?
So I grew up in Mumbai. I was born there and grew up in Mumbai.
You're a Mumbaikar.
Yes. And I went to dental school there, so I was a dentist in India and then moved here in 2000.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and went back to school here for dentistry, and I'm a practicing dentist here in Charlotte.
So you studied dentistry twice.
Yes, indeed. So I'm twice as qualified. Right?
Well, that's nice. So आपके घर में कौन-कौन है? Like
I'm married and I have 2 boys. They are 19 and 16. So my 19-year-old is off at college and my 16-year-old is still home with us.
Okay.
We also have a golden retriever
Oh,
who's
wow.
7 years old.
Wow.
So, yes.
Love it. We are a dog family as well.
Awesome. They are the best, aren't
Yes,
they?
yes. So tell me, Dr. Smita, how did it all begin? Like, was it like a New Year resolution turned into your passion, or were you always very athletic?
I wouldn't say I was always very athletic, but I like being active. So I am always up and about. I'm not the kind that sits still for too long. That drives me nuts. But when I had my second son, even though he was real little, I gained a lot of weight and ended up being rather big after he was born. And I decided I needed to do something concrete to lose the baby weight. And I saw this flyer at the YMCA that said there was a triathlon training program. And I said to myself, I don't know how to swim, so this is the perfect way to figure that out.
So you learned swimming for all your running and triathlon and everything?
Yes, so I grew up in Bombay where I've never even seen a swimming pool.
Yeah.
But I'm Malayali, so we used to go to Kerala for the summers, and we have a river there. So I wasn't afraid of the water, but I didn't know how to swim. And so I signed up for the triathlon training program, and almost a year to the day when my son was born, I did my first triathlon, and there was no looking back after that.
Wow. So you learned swimming for your races.
Exactly. Yeah.
And you have done marathons, triathlons, and different types of races as well.
Correct.
With 777 being your famous one. Like, I think that's the record. We'll get back to that. But do walk us through your racing journey. Like, what all you have done. Can you show us medals or something?
Okay. Well, this is my most recent medal. So this is the World Marathon Challenge one.
Nice.
Yeah. We got one for each continent, and then this was the main one.
Wow.
Yeah. But as far as my journey itself, 2009 is when I did my first sprint triathlon.
Okay.
And I met some amazing people in the triathlon training program, and one of those ended up being a really good friend, and she came to me and said, hey, the local running store is starting a half marathon training
Okay.
program. And so I signed up for that, and my first half marathon was in May of 2010.
Okay.
And I ended up doing 4 that year, and then
Wow.
yep, I was hooked. So it's amazing, the community and the kind of people you meet within the running community.
So this was all in Charlotte, like.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So this all races, marathons, it all started in Charlotte, or do you have to
Correct.
travel anywhere?
Well, Charlotte is rather hilly, and I'm
Okay.
not a fan of hills. So I do look for flatter races that are
Okay.
in the area. So I travel out of choice to
Okay.
go run flatter races because I find those more fun.
Okay. So how many marathons have you run till now?
I had done 3 marathons, 3 full marathons before the World Marathon Challenge. So I'm a total of 10 now. Half marathons, honestly, I've kind of lost count, probably 30 or so.
Wow,
So-
that's huge.
Thank you. And I've done several sprint triathlons and
Okay.
then 2 half Ironmans.
Okay.
And I pace for half marathons now.
Uh-huh.
So for people who may not know, there are specific time finishes for each
Okay.
race. And so when you volunteer to pace for a race, you stick to that time period and you help people meet their running goals. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, if someone wants to finish in 2 hours and 15 minutes or 2 hours and 30 minutes, they follow the pacers because
Okay.
we maintain the time and make sure we get it exactly at that finish
Wow.
time. So I think I've gotten a lot from the running community, and this is my way of giving back. It gives me great satisfaction to help people reach their goals.
Wow. So Smita, tell us, how do you manage time? Like you have been a full-time dentist, full-time mom, full-time dog mom, but how do you find time? Do you practice every day? And how is your like kids and husband involved in all this?
So as you mentioned, I am a dentist and I have my own practice. I'm a solo practitioner, so all the good stuff and all the headaches is all my responsibility. So my office is, we're typically there seeing patients Monday through Thursday,
Okay.
8 to 5. And so Fridays I do admin stuff. So Fridays also tends to be more my catch up, do my chores kind of a day. But you have to be rather disciplined. So typically my routine varies a little bit depending on if I'm actively training for a race or not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I generally will run or work out 3 or 4 times a week if I don't have a race coming up. But especially for the most recent race, I was training 6 or even 7 days a week. So
Wow.
I would get my early morning runs in. So I would run at 5 a.m. and then be done with my run and then go to work. And I think all of that is possible only because my husband is my biggest cheerleader.
Wow.
He will do so much, and there are so many times when I've been falling asleep at the dinner table because I've been up early and working all day. And he says, I got all this, you just go up to bed. And even when the kids were little, he did so much with the kids. He probably does more with them and did more with them than I did. So everything with, you know how it is to run a house, the cooking, cleaning, kids, activities, all of that. And he has been 110%
Wow.
my supporter. And
Awesome. Does he run as well, or does he work out with you as well?
he does not work out with
Okay.
me. He has done a few half marathons. He does not train like I do. So
Okay.
he's like, okay, I will sign up, and then he will do a few training runs. And he has done a few half marathons. So we used to run Tobacco Road, which is in Cary.
Okay.
The half marathon there. It's a beautiful environment. The location, we love it. So we did it for maybe 5 or 6 years in a row, and he ran the half there several times. So.
Wow. Wow. And kids, are they a part of anything? I know you have teenagers, so
Yes. The kids are very supportive in the sense that they're very encouraging. They're proud of what I do, but they are not runners themselves. But my older one is a lot into strength training and working out at the gym. He's
Oh,
19, so
yeah.
and my younger one is just getting started with that too. But
Oh, okay.
as a family, we love to hike, so we have,
nice.
yeah, we have done a lot of that, and all our vacations always involve some hiking or.
That's very nice.
Thank you.
So for all your marathons, triathlons, is there a special routine or training routine you follow?
So the training for triathlon is a little different from marathon because with the triathlon you need to do all three disciplines: swim,
Okay.
bike, and run.
Uh-huh.
So when I was doing the half Ironmans, it took a lot of hours of training.
Okay.
I would typically do 2 swim sessions a week, 2 bike sessions a week, 2 run sessions a week, and then some days things overlapped as well. When we are biking, we are gone for like 5 or 6 hours at a time.
Wow.
So yes, it takes up a lot of your time for that. Kind of similar for running too, but when I'm training for a regular half or full marathon, I usually will run maybe 3 or 4 times a week so that I have rest days and break in between. But yes, as far as the training itself, I make up my schedule. I tend to burn out really quick, so I only train or have a training plan official for like 12 weeks at a time. And so beyond that, I would get antsy, and I'm like, I just want to get done with the race already. So,
but with such a rigorous training, you must have like a proper food regime as well, right?
yeah, well, I am vegetarian, and I know there's a lot of focus on protein and things. I don't eat eggs. I don't do protein powders and such. So I try to eat fairly clean and eat a fairly balanced diet. So, as Indians, we eat lentils and stuff, and that's my chief source of protein. I don't necessarily focus on counting my macros and things like that.
Wow, that's great. So 777, 7 days, 7 continents, 7 marathons. Please tell us about it.
Right. So this was a challenge that I didn't know existed until a year before I did it.
Okay.
So a friend sent me a screenshot of it, and I was like, wow, that sounds intriguing. Who's in? And surprisingly, nobody else from my running friends wanted to do it with me. And so
it looks almost impossible. I'm just curious as well. How did you manage to do that?
So when I first saw the screenshot, I was definitely intrigued, and I did some research. So the group that I did it with, it's called a group called Runbuck, and they did a fabulous job of putting the race together. This was actually their 10th year doing it, but they skipped a couple years during COVID. So I believe it was they've been doing it for 10 years, but this is their 8th time doing it. And so they take care of the logistics. And so when I saw how well organized it was, I figured, so I have to just show up and run. How hard can that be?
Wow.
And then I found out.
So how did you start? Like, where did you start from? Which countries did you visit?
So we have to meet up in Cape Town because that's where the pre-race briefing is. That's in South Africa. And so we meet there 3 days before the race starts. They do the briefing, they tell us what to expect. And then they fly us to Antarctica, and that's where we start.
Oh, okay.
And that was
So what was your route?
Right. So the first race is in Antarctica, and then you come back to Cape Town and run the second race there.
Okay.
From there you go to Australia, and then to Dubai in Asia, and then Spain in Europe, and then Brazil in South America, and then Miami in North America.
Did you even sleep during those 7 days?
The only time you have to sleep is on the plane. So yes, it was a very busy schedule. As soon as we were done running, we would be put on a bus to take us back to the airport, and then we flew on to the next destination.
Wow. So was there a medical team with you as well? And how big was your group?
So it was a group of 64 runners.
Wow, 64 runners.
Yes, so 10 of them did half marathons in every continent, and then 54 of us were doing the full marathon, and then 49 of us finished. And there was a crew of 8, I believe, and then there were 2 doctors on board as well.
Because it's a big one, it's a rigorous one. So, and different continents, different climates. So
right. And that's the thing, it's interesting you bring up climates, because the first race, as I mentioned, was Antarctica. And it was 12 to 14 degrees there.
Wow.
And then within 11 hours, we were running Cape Town, where it was 76 degrees. So there was a good 60-degree difference. And that was an interesting transition over less than 12 hours.
So during your 7 continent, 7 days, 7 marathon race, did you face any challenges?
That's a great question. A lot of it was challenging in the sense of the nature of the race itself. But something that stands out to me, our sixth marathon was in Brazil, where it was 95 degrees and very, very hot. And
wow.
it required a huge, it was a big test of mental strength and resilience. I had to dig deep to put one foot in front of the other and finish the race.
Wow.
The other thing too, I'm a vegetarian, as I mentioned before, and there were some challenges with food in the first few legs. And as you might imagine, a challenge of this magnitude requires a lot of food and rest, and that threw me off for the first couple legs. But we eventually got it figured out. And
did you carry your own food? Yeah. How did you have a cook with you?
No, so we were on a plane. All of us were on the same plane. It was a chartered plane, and they had asked for our dietary preferences well ahead of schedule. So they had meals planned for us. It was not quite like it should be. And they didn't have much real food for me as a vegetarian. It was more croissants and things like that. And yes, so that took a little bit of figuring out, but we got it figured out.
Wow. And I want to tell all our viewers today that she is the only woman of Indian origin to finish this 777 World Marathon Challenge. So it's a matter of great pride to us Indians as well. So congratulations on that, Dr. Smita.
Thank you so much. I'm touched and humbled to have been able to represent our country. I truly believe that I'm an average runner, and if I can do this, anyone can do it. It's difficult when you think about the big picture, but the way to approach it, I think, is just to break it down into smaller pieces and tackle it one chunk at a time. And I really want people to take this away from that if you set your mind to it, breaking it down and making it into achievable or manageable chunks lets you achieve anything you set your heart to do.
That is so nicely said.
Thank
Dr. Smita, I know you do a lot of charity and you run for charity. So can you please tell us about your charity work?
So when I first heard about this challenge and realized what a big deal it was to be able to even attempt this, I really felt strongly that I should use it as a platform to make a difference and do good as well. So I have been pacing in the Charlotte community for a while, and I felt like that was a good way to give back to the running community. But when this came along, I realized it had the potential to have a bigger impact and do greater good. As I mentioned earlier, I grew up in Mumbai, and I've seen firsthand what education can do for you, and on the flip side, how poverty can affect the conditions of people. And being a girl growing up in Mumbai as a middle class, in a middle class family, education is what changed my life and opened up opportunities that I would not have believed possible. And so I felt supporting an organization in Mumbai that helps with girls' education, especially girls who live in slums, would make a big difference. And as you know, the dollar goes a long ways in India in making a difference.
Yes, it does.
And I'm very happy to have used this platform to raise funds. And while I didn't reach my original goal, I still consider that I've been really successful. I am still accepting donations, so I am looking forward to seeing how much of an impact we can make with this. The organization that I'm helping support is called Sakhi, and it's based in Mumbai. They started in 2008, and they work with girls who live in slums who don't have as much access to education as other people might have. And again, I believe education makes a world of difference, and it opens up these girls' lives and opportunities for them that will let them soar and completely change their lives.
That's awesome. I mean, all our viewers would be more encouraged now to look into this organization and donate as well. So thank you so much.
Wonderful. Yes. I really hope that is how it works and has a huge impact.
So you go and visit there whenever you are in Mumbai?
So when we were in India in December 23, we went and saw firsthand yes, how the girls are being helped and supported by this organization, and it was indeed heartwarming to see the difference it made for them.
How are the funds used?
So they, as you may know, in Mumbai, girls' education might not be given as much importance as a boys' education, and so girls are the first to be pulled out of school if there is a financial crisis at home, or even if they need more help at home with younger siblings and things like that. And so this organization helps in offsetting some of those financial burdens so that the girls are able to go to school and to need extra, or if they need extra tutoring, things like that, but also to send them to college and beyond.
Wow. I'm pretty sure our audiences are going to be more involved in your charity. Now they know how it works and how hard you are working for them. So I'm just hoping that you get a lot of donations after this.
Thank you. I am still accepting donations, and there is a link on my website where you can see my journey as well. The website is Running Warrior.
Okay.
As like my last name, so it's WARRIER. It's runningwarrior.org.
Nice, you are a warrior. As a runner up till now, who would you like to give credit to?
There are a lot of people and a lot of factors there. First and foremost, my parents were always big believers in me, especially my mom. She believed I could do whatever I wanted to and has always been my cheerleader. My husband, the same thing. He supports it and encourages it 100%, as do my kids. We have a terrific running community here in Charlotte.
Wow, yeah.
Yes, and I have shared many miles and many hours on the Greenway and other places with these friends. And again, the relationships you make and the bonds you form are priceless.
Wow.
Yes, my staff at work as well, they keep things running seamlessly so that I can go do this kind of stuff.
Wow, that's simply great.
In fact, when I was leaving for my race, my staff said, "We are not going to call you no matter what goes wrong here unless the building burns down." And they truly handled everything effortlessly so that I was free mentally to just go and enjoy my race.
So Dr. Smita, if now you are a very busy dentist and you are a runner as well, so if you are not doing anything of that sort, what are your hobbies? Like, how do you spend time, like, with your family, if just four of you together? What you guys like to do, or is there any special hobby you like to share with the viewers?
So we are an outdoor family, so we like to go hiking and camping a lot. That's reduced some because my kids are older now. I love to read, so
nice.
Yes, if I'm sitting down for a minute, I have a book in my hand. Yes, I'm a huge reader and just wish I had more time to do that.
Wow, you're a reader. So you have any book clubs in?
Yes, actually, we had a book club meeting last night. So I'm in 2 different book clubs.
Nice, you're a part of book club.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. And again, that is also, you meet the coolest people, and sometimes my lives intersect where some of the runners are in the book club and vice versa. So it's,
that's great. So Dr. Smita, any encouraging words for our viewers today?
I truly think that anything that you set your mind to, you can achieve. Don't let anybody tell you no. If there is a dream you have, dream big, shoot for the stars. Break it down into small, manageable parts and get it done. You will find your people along the way. Don't listen to the naysayers. And I truly, truly believe from the bottom of my heart, if I can do it, anybody can. It doesn't matter what your dream might be. Don't let anyone discourage you and go out and get it.
Wow, thank you so much, Dr. Smita. It's been an honor to have you on our show today. And I'm sure all our viewers are going to set new health goals after watching us. So thank you so much once again.
Thank you for having me and for giving me the opportunity. If this message gets out to even one person and motivates them, I will consider my job done. I appreciate this chance to speak with your audience.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.